Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the emotional journey of one of the most complex and legendary heroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thor Odinson. Yeah, we know him as the God of Thunder, the Asgardian powerhouse, the Avenger who swings Mjolnir like it's nothing. But behind all that lightning and bravado, there's a much deeper, more heartbreaking story. This is Thor's emotional journey from God of Thunder to Lonely King. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at Thor the same way again. So hit that like button, subscribe if you love character deep dives, and let's get started. Bring me Thanos! Thor's story starts like the perfect myth. Born as the first son of Odin and Frigga, raised in the shining realm of Asgard, destined for greatness. From a young age, Thor was strong, bold, and hungry for glory. The MCU introduced us to this version in 2011's Thor, where Chris Hemsworth brought him to life. Arrogant, powerful, and ready to fight anyone who disrespected Asgard. At that point, Thor believed being a hero was about strength, war, and victory. His hammer Mjolnir wasn't just a weapon, it was his badge of worthiness. But here's the thing, behind his godlike image, Thor was deeply naive. He didn't understand sacrifice. He didn't understand loss, not yet. And like many young kings to be, he had to fall hard before he could rise. Odin's decision to strip Thor of his power and banish him to Earth wasn't just a punishment, it was the beginning of Thor's real growth. For the first time, Thor was powerless, stranded among humans, stripped of his identity. But here's the twist. It's through that vulnerability that Thor starts becoming truly worthy. Meeting Jane Foster, seeing the fragile nature of human life, and realizing that power means nothing without compassion. These lessons reshape him. Thor 2011 is often seen as an action movie, but at its core, it's a coming-of-age story. Thor's arrogance cracks, revealing the first glimpse of the Lonely King inside. By Thor, the Dark World, we see a different Thor, quieter, more reflective, burdened by loss. His mother Frigga's death cuts deep, and the cracks in Asgard's golden image widen. Thor doesn't just lose a parent, he loses part of his emotional foundation. Frigga wasn't just a mother, she was his moral compass, the one who believed in the man behind the hammer. And then there's Loki, the brother who betrayed him, yet remains the only one who understands the weight of royalty. This film often gets overlooked, but emotionally is a turning point. Thor starts questioning if he even wants the throne. Power feels empty without love, without family, without purpose. Fast forward to Thor, Ragnarok, and everything crashes down, literally. Odin's death, Hela's arrival, the fall of Mjolnir, and the destruction of Asgard. Thor loses it all. His home, his people, his identity, but here's where his journey gets raw. Stripped of titles and weapons, Thor realizes Asgard is not a place, it's a people. This isn't just a catchy line, it's Thor stepping into leadership, but not the kind he dreamed of. It's messy, painful, filled with impossible choices. Even with the jokes and wild colors of Ragnarok, Thor's loneliness deepens. Everyone around him either dies or betrays him. The king's crown feels heavier than ever. Avengers Infinity War pushes Thor to the brink. He's lost his father, his hammer, his best friend Heimdall, his people, and then Thanos takes Loki. That moment, it breaks Thor in a way no villain ever could. Think about it. Thor carries survivors' guilt, watching half the universe disappear. His failure to aim for the head haunts him, and yet he forges Stormbreaker, faces Thanos, desperate to reclaim control. But revenge isn't healing. Victory doesn't erase trauma. Thor starts embodying the theme Marvel rarely shows. What happens when strength isn't enough? By Avengers Endgame, Thor's emotional spiral is front and center. Depressed, isolated, buried under grief. New Asgard exists, but Thor hides in a shell of humor, alcohol, and denial. The fat Thor jokes, funny on the surface, but they mask a deep human truth. Even gods break under loss. Thor isn't just a fallen hero, he's a symbol of failure, of survivors' guilt, of mental health struggles rarely shown in superhero films. His journey to the past, seeing Frigga one last time, reminds him of who he was and who he could be, but the king's loneliness, it never truly leaves. Even after passing the crown to Valkyrie, Thor sails off with the Guardians, still searching for identity, still running from his pain. Thor, Love and Thunder brings this full circle. Thor jokes, flirts, fights, but the loneliness lingers. His heart's battle isn't with Gore the God Butcher, it's with himself. Jane Foster's return reminds Thor of lost love, vulnerability, mortality. Seeing her wield Mjolnir isn't just shocking, it humbles him. But even as he faces gods dying, cosmic threats, and existential questions, Thor's deepest struggle remains internal. What does it mean to be king? What does it mean to love? Can a lonely god ever truly belong? By the end, raising Gore's daughter, Love, is symbolic. Thor isn't just a warrior now. He's a protector, a father figure, a leader shaped by grief. The lonely king finds purpose, not in power, but in connection. So when you look at Thor now, remember, he's not just lightning and muscles. He's the broken prince, the grieving brother, the reluctant king, and the lost soul trying to redefine what worthiness truly means. Thor's emotional journey isn't about crowns or thrones, it's about healing, about carrying pain and still standing tall. Hammer or no hammer. And maybe that's what makes him relatable. Even gods struggle to find their place. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Thor's character, smash that like button, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more epic Marvel breakdowns. Until next time, remember, even the strongest heroes carry scars. Stay heroic, stay curious.
I am the God of Thunder!
Wow, I didn't hear any thunder, but out of your fingers, was that like sparkles?